This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Hello and welcome to Coast Entertainment Network's Entertainment Hour. I'm Dragon Viper. Then we have our co-hosts here. Christy, I'll start with you. How are you doing today?
Oh, good. It's ready to talk entertainment.
Yep.
Yeah.
I enjoy entertainment, so.
Yeah.
And then we have Chris. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Glad to be on, and I think it's going to be a good show.
I think it will too.
I think so too. And I am still under the weather, so please bear with me if I make mistakes. I'm human. Get over it. Anyway, we're gonna start this off with Chris talking about our programs on this network.
Yeah, so tonight's Entertainment Hour, and then tomorrow we're gonna have On Deck opening weekend for the MLB. We'll have kind of a mini breakdown of all of that. No Between the Ropes this week, but it's usually Sundays.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Easter is Sunday
Yep.
this coming week, so we're going to be off. Supposed to be doing something for WrestleMania, so watch out for that. Mondays Bro Code, Tuesdays C2C Rankum, Wednesday Sports Minute. Every other week is Keeping It Real on Thursday, as well as Kicking It. And then Callan will have his shows when he's available, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So, and then we also have coming up the Backyard Brew Games coming May 4th.
Yep.
At I believe 12 Pacific. So.
Yeah, and that should be a good show to watch. I'm gonna try my hardest to make it up there. So,
yeah.
And that should be interesting to see. So, yeah, everybody pay attention. May 4th at 12 p.m. Pacific, and hope to see some pretty cool things up there.
Oh yeah.
So, anyway, and thank you for that, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're switching on. There was a passing of an actor.
Yeah.
He has been accredited hundreds of movies. Passing away of Louis Gossett Jr.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? He was 87 years old. He actually died early this morning.
Oh, jeez.
As I'm trying to figure out what is going to be talked about on here, I just happened to get a news thing on my phone this morning saying that he had passed away. So,
yeah.
But yeah, 87 years old. There was no cause that was specified, so I assume, 87. You've hit that age. Natural causes.
Yeah.
Some of the most notable movies and TV that he has done was An Officer and a Gentleman.
First one I ever saw him in.
And then all the Iron Eagle movies that are
I remember
out
those.
there.
I remember.
He was on Roots. He was
original,
on, right? I believe so. Yeah. He was in like 3. It was a mini series, and I think he was in 3 episodes of those.
Wow.
And it was the original, I believe.
Okay.
He's been in 1 episode of ER, 2 episodes of Family Guy, 1 episode of Touched by an Angel, and 3
Mhm.
episodes of Return to the Lonesome Dove.
Jeez.
So, I mean, he,
Hell of a resume there.
yeah, and I mean, I could have gone on and on and on, but I didn't want to. So,
Yeah.
but for those that have watched his stuff, I mean, he'll be missed. And Christy, what are your thoughts about this?
I was sad about that because, like I said, the first movie I ever saw Lou Gossett Jr. in was an officer and a gentleman playing the very tough drill sergeant that Richard Gere's character has to deal with as he undergoes military training. And he was so good in that film. And I think he did another one. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was a movie with Dennis Quaid. It was like, let's see. I'm looking it up. Enemy Mine, I think it was. Yeah, Enemy
Right.
Mine. Yeah, that was like 1985. It was
Mhm.
he was an alien, and Dennis Quaid was his
Hmm.
human friend, and they were on a stranded on a planet, and they had to learn to depend on each other to survive.
Wow,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
pretty cool.
It is cool. He was just overall just a brilliant actor.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. I mean, he went by the name Lou.
Hmm.
So I always
Yeah.
say Lou, Lewis, but
Yeah.
actually he went by Lou.
Yeah.
Um,
Do remember Iron Eagle? I watched the first one. He was great.
and then we have Chris P. Bacon. What about you?
Yeah. He's gonna be missed. I know he had a few awards in his career, and
I think he won an Oscar.
a lot of great shows he was on. Like you said, yeah, an
Mhm.
Oscar. He won been on Family Guy and a few other shows, and sometimes you watch, like I recognize the voice, but I can't put a name to it, and sometimes that happens. But the entertainment world's is losing a great person, and he's gonna be missed.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and you mentioned, it's like a voice or a face where it's like I recognize it, and then you see the name. I'm like, oh, the name rings a bell. Now I get it. Okay, I put 2 and 2 together.
Mhm.
So,
I mentioned he won an Oscar. He did win it for Best Supporting Actor for An Officer and a Gentleman.
So yeah, he deservedly received that award.
He was that character. He was so good and so convincing as the drill sergeant.
Yeah. So anyway, the entertainment world is going to miss him, and as they say, life moves on. So
yeah.
All right. Next up, we're going to be talking, switching gears here. And then we're going to be talking about movie or TV show or your game you played this week. Christy, you first.
I'm gonna go. This is a show I caught my husband binge watching this on Hulu. It's called White Collar, and yeah, it was on the USA Network for about 6 years, I think. And Matt Bomer plays like a con man working with the FBI. So I've watched a little bit, maybe like one or 2 episodes. I'm like, this is not bad.
Yeah,
not my thing, but I can see it's a good show.
I remember watching it with a manager of mine at one time at work, and I don't know, I never got interest into it. So he would show me a few episodes here and there, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know about it. But and then Chris.
Yeah, I think the last thing I've watched recently was, since it was opening day yesterday, the Rangers win their first game against the Cubs. So I did that, but
right, I missed out, but I think I heard the Red Sox won their first game of the year. So I can't believe I
Yeah.
forgot about it.
See, I don't watch baseball anymore, but when I did, I went for the Cubs. So,
Mm,
it's sad to hear about that.
yeah.
It's only one game. So
Well, I know it's opening day, one game. I get it, but
Yeah.
would,
Not
would,
the end of the world though.
but it would be nice to win the first game. So
Yes.
all right, and then my movie is Happy Gilmore.
mm,
Adam Sandler from '96.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why, I mean, I didn't just watch it to, talk about it,
I
but
think I know
also,
why.
but also because there is going to be a number 2,
Oh.
a
Mhm.
Happy Gilmore number 2.
Oh, there is. Okay.
On
I saw,
Netflix.
yeah,
On
it would be on,
Netflix?
it's going to be on Netflix movie, but I was reading this thing that, what's his face? Shooter McGavin, the real, person. He goes and he said that Adam Sandler walked up to him and surprised him with a script for number 2. So told him that there was going to be a Happy Gilmore 2,
Oh
and
boy.
the actor was excited about it, was happy.
Yeah.
So
There's one funny thing about it is actually won an MTV Movie Award for Best Fight for Adam Sandler versus Bob Barker.
yeah, well, yeah.
It's
Of course.
hilarious. That's like the iconic fight. The iconic moment in that whole movie is Sandler versus Barker.
Now, do you get Drew
Just-
Carey involved?
Who knows?
That would be funny.
That
Since the
would.
Price is
Keep-
Right. I mean,
Keep that Price is Right connection going there.
yeah.
And have Morgan Freeman play, Chubbs. So,
Wow.
just a thought out there.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, that's the movie I chose only because I had to bring up that there's going to be a number 2.
Okay.
And then moving on, we're going to talk about celebrity birthdays. And I have a few I can't even talk. Jeez.
I know what you meant.
Written down.
Down.
I'm really not feeling
It's
it.
okay.
So
It's okay.
Anyway, so for birthdays for today, I have Lucy Lawless from Xena.
Ooh,
She actually turns 56 today.
damn. I didn't think that,
I thought she'd be a little older than that, but I guess
I
not.
thought she'd be younger, to be honest. but
Oh.
at least a little bit younger.
And then I have Elle McPherson, who's a model.
Mhm.
She's turning 60 today.
Oh.
I don't usually want to do like the people who passed away, but I did have to bring this up.
Ooh.
Sam Walton, who is the founder of Walmart and Sam's Club.
Okay.
He died at the age of 74 in 1992.
Damn.
So I did want to bring him up just because of what he created.
Yeah.
A monster. Oh,
Everywhere you go, you cannot avoid it, no matter what.
no.
I got 2 of them where I live, so there you go.
I got
Yeah,
about 3 close by.
Luckily, there's
Oh, I
only
get
one.
bigger.
Luckily, there's only
Yeah.
there's only one
My
within
in-laws
a
live. Yeah.
40-mile
in-law-
radius.
Yeah, my in-laws live in the Dallas area, so yeah, they know there's a lot of Walmarts down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Created a monster.
Huge monster.
Sorry, Walmart. I don't
Sorry.
like it.
Roll back.
Anyway, then we have Terry Jacks, who was in the group the Poppy Family, and there was a song out, "Seasons in the Sun." So
I know the song. Never knew the band who sang it though.
yeah, I didn't either, but I do
Yeah,
know
I
the
was like,
song.
wait, what? Okay.
But he turns 80 today.
Whoa.
Then the
Yikes.
last one I got was this singer is in Blues Travelers. That sang "Run Around" and
John Popper
Yep, John Popper turns
playing the
57.
harmonica.
Yeah, I think he's talented.
He's so
real,
good.
real talented singer. I mean,
He's
it
a
just
really
shows.
good. His
It
harmonica
just
playing is insane.
it just
So
shows
good.
that it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how your body type.
Hmm.
You are very if you got the talent, you've got the talent.
Yeah.
And he does have it. I've heard his harmonica. I've heard him sing. And it's incredible. So, especially the song "Hook." I mean, I wasn't real big on "Run Around," but I enjoyed Hook.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, happy birthday to all them.
Happy birthday.
I mean, all I do is I go around looking at all different birthdays and just throw a few out there.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
Oh yeah.
and now we've got a top 5 list songs from any decade.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy because I
It is.
was thinking about changing it to 10, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not feeling good. I'm only doing
Yeah.
5 today. So
5 sounds reasonable anyway.
anyway, Chris, go ahead and do yours.
Yeah, so mine kind of goes all over the board kind of. From 1939 or the 30s, Gone with the Wind. 1950s, Seven Samurai.
Wow.
1954.
Ooh. Nice.
70 from the 1970s, The Godfather.
Ooh.
1990s, Schindler's List. And from the 2000s, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the Ring. That's my 5.
That sounds like a good 5. I like it.
Yeah.
Christy, what about you?
Well, I'm not going to go all the way back to 1939. I don't know much about music during like 1939 onward, but I am going to go into the 1960s, even though I wasn't born in that decade. And I got All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix. And then I'm going to go do one song from the 1970s. I'm going to go One Way or Another by Blondie. The 1980s, yeah, my musical taste is kind of all over the place. In the 80s, I'm going to do, seems too obvious. I'm going to do Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. I'm going to do the 90s. I'm probably going to do, wow. Oh, I'll probably go Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. And then 5th song, this is in the 2000s, I think in the 2000s. I'm going to go, and may this gentleman rest in peace. It's oh God, I'm trying to think. It's Linkin Park.
Oh,
they
Benny.
had
Benny
Chester Bennington. Yeah, I'm trying to think. They had so many good songs throughout pretty much the majority of that of the 2000s. It's just really hard to find one. It's either One Step Closer or Crawling. It's one of those two. I'm gonna go One Step Closer. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a good song.
It's really good.
My favorite from them is In the End. So
yeah, that's a good one. Crawling is one of my favorites. I like Numb, Faint, Somewhere I Belong. I think I have Linkin Park's first 3 albums. I think I bought their first 3 albums.
Yeah, I got their first.
Mm-hmm. Hybrid Theory.
Yep, absolutely. And then my 5, I think I threw in 6, but who's counting? Because I went, I kind of did what you guys did. I started off at a certain decade, and I moved around with that.
Yeah.
But with the 80s, I started with West End Girls by Pet Shop Boys.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
And then I have Santeria by Sublime.
That's not bad.
And then I also have Lose Yourself by Eminem.
not a bad one.
And then
Good
Excuse
one.
me.
I was like, I'm gonna do a few country because my number one genre of music is country. So
Yeah.
I know it's not very popular, but it's what I like.
Yeah.
But anyway, I have "Bless the Broken Road" by Rascal Flatts,
Mm-hmm.
"I Already Do" by Shelley Wright, and "With You" by Lila McGann.
There you go.
I know a couple of those I would have constantly on all these top 10 lists and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could have even said "Highway to Hell" by AC/DC. So
That's a good one.
I music is my number one love for entertainment. Of course, movies are my second.
Yeah.
So
Same here. It's just music. It's always there, and I can't help. I just can't help but kind of get lost in it sometimes. And it's just sometimes the same with a particular movie. Sometimes I just get lost in the movie. Sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's the top five, or I guess in my case, like six, or I think I did seven. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then where are they now? We're doing I chose a movie. I chose a few, some actors of where are they now. Well, we've already talked about Happy Gilmore. So
Yeah.
the movie I chose was Happy Gilmore, and the characters from there.
Mm.
So I mean, I've got, Adam Sandler. Obviously, he's still acting.
Still doing his
Obviously,
thing.
he's doing, the best acting ever because he's still amazing after all these years.
Yep.
I mean, I could list a bunch of names: Lil Nicky, Big Daddy, Happy, soon to be Happy Gilmore too.
Right. The Water
And
Boy.
the Water Boy, and you know what? It upsets me because he's letting that beard grow out. I don't think he looks really good with a beard anyway. So I mean,
Who,
that's my
Sandler?
opinion, huh?
Yeah, I think there was some recent pictures of Adam Sandler's growing a beard.
Yeah, that's where I
It's
saw.
whatever floats his boat, I
Well,
guess.
I know, but it looks so different with him with a beard.
Yeah.
I'm used to him being shaved and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that should be interesting
Yeah.
to watch that show. Anyway, he's still acting.
Yeah.
So not much going on with him. And then we have Christopher McDonald, Shooter McGavin. He's still acting.
Yeah.
He was in movies like Flubber, The Faculty, American Pie, The Naked Mile. I did end up watching a few of those movies of his, and I can't for the life of me remember him being in them.
Mm.
But then there's Happy Gilmore, where I remember him
Yeah.
very, very good. So anyway, yeah, he's still acting. And then we have Julie Bowen, who played Veronica or Virginia. I thought it was Bennett, the
Mm.
last name.
Okay.
No, it was written down as Virginia Bennett with a B or a V. So I thought that was kind of weird
Ah.
because I've watched it so many times and it's like, what? Bennett, not Bennett? I don't know.
Mm. Ah.
But anyway, and the fact that she's still acting.
Modern Family.
Huh?
She was in Modern Family. She won an Emmy for it.
Oh, yeah, I did read something about her being in Modern Family.
Yeah.
I wrote down Joe Somebody,
Mm-hmm.
Horrible Bosses, and The Fallout.
Yeah.
So I've never actually seen them, so I didn't know she was still acting.
No.
And then we have, of course, Carl Weathers. rest in peace guy. That's Chubbs Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
And we've covered that, he did pass away back in February.
Yeah, I was sad about that one because his best known role was as Apollo Creed in the Rocky movies, and I think his career was starting to pick up again due to him being in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was really starting
And he
to
wasn't.
get some attention. Yeah.
I was gonna say he wasn't in the Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah,
I think
he
at the
was. What
end
was it,
of Gronk's
last
final
year?
kick. No, this year.
Oh,
At the
this
end
year?
of Gronk's final kick or field goal kick. He
I
was like
didn't
his
even pay
coach.
attention to that one. Oh, I don't even think I was paying attention to that one.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to
Yeah,
the Super Bowl commercial.
yeah.
So I had no idea he was in it.
No, I didn't.
And then I have Alan Covert, who was Otto, the bearded caddy for Happy.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew his name on the show. I don't think they even mentioned it. But anyway, he is now a writer and producer for Happy Madison Productions.
There you go.
So I mean,
So
that's
behind the scenes. That's cool.
yeah. And the source I was looking at, and I think it was IMDb. I don't remember,
Mm-hmm.
but it showed a picture of him with his beard, and then a picture without his beard.
Ooh.
And he looks so completely different.
Yeah. Sometimes facial hair can change a lot of things.
Yeah. Just I know I've seen a few people, J-Mac, one of them, where he won't shave his beard, but I swear if he does, it's gonna look so different.
Yeah. It's gonna
be yeah,
mind blowing.
I'll just be like, yeah, you look so different, man. And then I got Ben Stiller, of course.
He's still doing his thing. He's still acting, directing.
Yeah.
Still doing stuff like Zoolander, that sort of thing. I know.
I did not watch Zoolander.
Oh my God, it's a waste of time.
I'm sure.
I'm going to talk about this.
Night at the Museum.
I like that one.
I'm going to talk about this. Zoolander was terrible. I don't like Owen Wilson anyway, but it was terrible. It's a waste of time, and yeah, no.
Yeah. I thought
anyways,
Owen Wilson was pretty good in the Marvel series Loki, but that's just my opinion, though.
I can't stand Owen Wilson. I just can't stand him. I don't know if it's that big schnoz of his, or
I don't know what it is, but I mean, I'm not a fan of his either. But I'm not going to deny he's a pretty decent actor. So,
although if I start talking about people with big schnozzes, big noses, I'd have to go to Triple H and say I don't like him, but I do. So it can't be because of Owen's nose.
No, it can't be.
It's
something.
I
always wonder. Yeah, it's got to be something. Maybe it's personality. I don't have any idea.
Anyway, so back with Ben Stiller,
Okay.
Happy, or no, I can't even read my own writing. Meet the Parents trilogy, Dodgeball, Zoolander was mentioned. He's all over the place still.
He is.
So
he's just doing what he's doing.
And then Kevin Nealon, I think that's his name. He's the pro golfer Gary Potter when he's telling Happy that the ball needs to go into the home. Make it, it's his home, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Go
home.
So anyway, he's still acting, of course.
Yep.
He was on movies Still Standing, The Conspiracy Zone, and World's Funniest Commercials.
Yeah.
So
Man with a Plan.
And when I did this list, I was trying to find something that, wouldn't say they were still acting. Unfortunately, it seems like everybody's still acting in this movie.
Yeah.
Then you have Dennis Dugan,
Mhm.
who's the commissioner of the Pro Golf Tour, that believes that Adam Sandler or Happy shouldn't be on there.
Hmm.
Of course, he's still acting, being in Big Daddy, Grown Ups, Jack and Jill,
Yeah.
most of Adam Sandler's movies. And I mean, other than that, that's all I've got for that movie and the characters. That I mean, it got to the point where everybody's still acting.
Yep.
Or had passed away, like Bob Barker. I mean, that
Yep.
was on there.
Yep.
And Carl
Carl
Weathers.
Weathers.
So
Yep.
but other than that, everybody's still acting in that movie. I got bored, so I quit. But that's all I've got for that.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I mean, I don't really have anything else. Album or song of the week. What, Christy? Do you have an album or song for a week?
Right. I'm trying to think. I know I've been listening to a few songs on repeat a little bit. I'm trying to think. It's just hard to remember because I just listen to so much music anyway. It's kind of hard to stay with like one particular song. But I have found myself listening to definitely some definitely more rock music. So I probably have to say my song of the week is a song called Jane by Jefferson Starship. It was released in 1979, and it's a good song.
Yeah, I've never actually heard of it. I've heard of Jefferson Star.
Yeah. I hope we do not get in trouble for this one. Here we go.
Oh, please, no. Please don't.
Never mind. I'm not going to do it. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't. No, nothing happened. Nothing happened.
No, we don't want to get kicked off.
No. Just showing you this on my Spotify. I'm not playing anything.
Yeah. No, I like Spotify.
Yeah, love Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like Apple Music is okay, but Spotify is just better. I mean, you get Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year, like what your top 5 songs are and all that stuff. I love that, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't even know anything about it until somebody came up to me not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before, and told me how you can find it, and then your top 10 this, your your favorites are this, and so I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it shows you like the top 5 genres of music you've listened to through the year. Like I kind of swore, I think one of the top 5 songs from on my Spotify Wrapped thing from 2023 was there's a good number of rock songs, and one of them was a song called Kingdom by a band called Downstray. If you listen to it, you'll know it's associated with a certain wrestler by the name of Cody Rhodes. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
Yeah, I like that song.
I love it.
Chris, how about you? Do you have a music or song?
Yeah, in 2007, Rihanna released an album, I believe it. Released, I believe, an album that featured Whitney Houston, because I think she passed that year. I Will Always Love You, and I think another song that she had along with Jay-Z. I'm trying to find. Umbrella.
Oh yeah,
that was a song.
The Good Girl Gone Bad album. I think that was off of. That's some good songs on there, including there's one I love off that record. It's called Disturbia. It's really that song. I keep thinking if you play that, just like I don't know, like play it during like Halloween or something because it's kind of has a scary Halloween vibe to it. It's cool though.
Yeah, I love that song. Love it. And mine would have to be November Rain by GNR from
Guns N' Roses.
1991.
I remember that.
It's not even raining.
it's
No, I
not even
don't know.
November.
It's not-
And
Yeah,
actually,
that's
it was raining last night. So, but no, November Rain. I enjoyed that the song.
Yeah.
I mean, there was controversy about it. Is it real? Is it not? Is it about this? Is it about that? I don't care either way. I like the song. So the thing I don't like is when you're listening to it on the radio, they cut out a third of the song.
Yeah. But they have
And
to
it's
condense it down to a certain amount of time so that they can play it. But sometimes they don't really do it really well.
I mean I get it. You know, radio
Yeah.
stations have to do that. I mean, they did it with Queen. So
Yeah.
I
with
think it was
Bohemian,
Bohemian Rhapsody.
yeah,
They,
Bohemian
it's like
Rhapsody.
6.5
Because their
to
songs
7
are
minute
long.
song. They are long.
But they're good.
That was what
They're long.
they are good.
But so I mean I get why they have to do it, but it's still so every time I hear the song on the radio, I have to turn it off and then I have to play it,
Mhm.
you know, wherever I'm at, either
Ooh.
YouTube or Spotify, just so
Yeah.
I can go and actually hear the entire thing.
The entire 8 minutes and 57 seconds.
Yeah.
It's long.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, I think the best part about that song is the guitar solo.
oh, Slash. Oh my God.
Yeah, because
Woo!
I am a big enthusiast. I love guitar solos.
Yeah.
And as soon as I get, you know, things a little more calmer with my health and stuff, I'm wanting to learn how to play guitar. The electric guitar. So I mean, I love guitar solos. I love them. So that's one song that I absolutely like for the guitar solo mostly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy that song. I mean, who can't go wrong with, you know, Guns N' Roses? I
No.
mean,
Good music.
Yes,
yeah.
good music.
So other than that, I really don't have anything else. And I mean, Chris, do you happen to have anything?
I got one. The eclipse is coming in a couple weeks or a week or so. Anybody gonna go watch it or see it or?
Mm-mm.
I
I didn't even know one was even happening, to be honest.
yeah, I
vaguely.
remember reading something about it. People are freaking out.
And I'm like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. We're going
It's
to go
like-
back into the ice age.
It's like it's a solar eclipse, big deal.
Yeah.
People here are booking hotels, so setting
I
up
think
watch
aliens are
parties.
invading this planet or something. I don't know.
Or it's gonna happen like once every 100 years. I don't know. A long time.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what I'm doing that day. I didn't even see when I didn't.
But if it goes dark, you know why.
I'll be like, damn aliens blocking out the sun.
I don't know when it is. So I mean, I could be asleep after work. I could be out. Well, I guess it wouldn't be out while I was at work.
Right.
Unless, you know, it's day shift. But anyway,
Right.
so I don't care.
No.
It is what it is. It's a you know, thing that happens, that tends to happen. So I don't know why people freak out about it or anything like
I don't
that.
know.
Everybody's
I think they
excited
just,
here, but
yeah. I don't think anybody here knows anything about it unless you're really reading the paper or anything or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So anyway, do you have anything else, Chris or Christy?
I
or-
don't.
Well, there should be some movies coming out. I think coming out today. Is anybody planning on going to any? I think.
I did actually. I did hear from my mom that my brother went to see new Ghostbusters movie in
Frozen
theaters,
Empire, yeah.
and he said it was really good. So I kind of want to go and watch that. I mean, I saw the trailer when it
So
first came out on YouTube, and I still wanted to watch it.
yeah, I was like,
So
like
my
they got a Ghostbusters preventing the Earth from turning into an ice cube.
so my brothers said that he did enjoy watching that. So
Yeah.
now I really kind of want to go.
Yeah.
And I know they're making another season of Chucky. I don't know why, but they are.
The previous season was successful in the ratings, so and
Weird.
people seem to. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, I didn't watch any of the Child's Play movies because that doll scared the crap out of me. Even from watching a TV commercial for the first movie, I'm just like, keep that creepy thing away from me.
I enjoyed it. I just didn't like sleeping in a bedroom full of dolls right afterwards.
I don't blame. Yeah.
No.
I mean, my grandmother.
Oh God.
My grandmother, for some reason we were watching it, and then I'd go and sleep in her spare room that had all these China dolls and
Oh my God.
and whatever dolls around, and I'm like creeped out at night, going, I don't know if I could sleep. And
yeah, because
I was probably
might come to life and be like, wakey, wakey.
I was probably like 6. I was like
yeah.
6 or 7, so I'm just like, yeah, this is not fun.
I heard they're making a Shrek 5.
I did hear about something like that.
Didn't hear anything.
I've seen.
I did hear there's a new Marvel movie coming out, The Thunderbolts. One of the actors from the film, Florence Pugh, did film a little video kind of showcasing just a little bit of what's going on, but not enough to give anything away. So, I mean, if you're a Marvel fanatic, you're going to like that one. I don't know when it's coming out. It might come out next year, I think. I don't know. But
and then I did hear about Scream 6.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that there was a Scream 5.
There was. I have a friend of mine he'd heard about it. He was like praising it to the high heavens. And I'm like, you're talking to someone here who does not like horror movies, so don't talk to me about this thing.
I love horror movies.
I hate them. It just scary. I get nightmares. I mean,
I think the only horror movie that even affects what my life is now was Arachnophobia.
Oh God, I never saw that one.
I did as a little kid, and that is why one reason I am afraid of spiders to this day. And I mean, I've watched that and It, and I don't like clowns because they scare me. But yeah. So It and Arachnophobia are the two movies that has completely destroyed my life, and and I don't like clowns, and I don't like spiders. So
I'm not a big fan of either myself. I mean, spiders, I scream. Clowns, I'm like, no.
Yep. It's like stay out of my bubble.
Keep it arm's distance away from me.
Yeah, stay out of my bubble now.
Yeah, please.
But not Spider-Man, huh?
That's different.
That's a different thing.
I get it, but
it's a dude in a suit.
Spiders.
It does this.
He gets bit by a spider.
Well, yeah, that's a scientifically a radioactive spider. But... It's fictional. Of course, in real life, if you were bitten by a radioactive spider, you die.
Yeah, well, you died being bit by a spider anyway. So.
Depending on the spider, that is.
I heard
Black Widow, you're dead, pretty much.
I heard somebody from another, I don't know what country, but he wanted to be Spider-Man, and I think a spider did bit him.
And let me guess, he found out he's not a wall crawler.
Right, but apparently he had some kind of medical deformities. I don't know, but
well, that's another story.
That would be a topic for like kicking it or something like that, and we'd have Isaiah looking completely confused as we're talking about it. He'd be like, "Huh." I
Yeah.
can see it now. We bring it up, and he's so confused by the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, if nobody else has anything else, I guess we'll go ahead with our final thoughts.
All right.
Chris P. Bacon.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching and tuning in. We'll be back next Sunday for Between the Ropes. Tomorrow we'll be on deck covering the latest in Major League Baseball, and just stay with Coast to Coast.
All right, and Christy.
Like Chris said, stay tuned for. We'll be back next week with Between the Ropes. Hopefully, maybe we'll do a watch along of WrestleMania, that sort of thing, and probably watch all of us go crazy. But by the way, go St. Louis Battlehawks tomorrow. UFL football starts, and just check out Coast to Coast for more great shows and great content.
You know, you mentioned WrestleMania. I'm still trying to do a GoFundMe page in case I do decide to throw my remote or my phone at the TV. So
big 75-inch, please donate to Dragon Viper's GoFundMe page for a new 75-inch Samsung TV.
Exactly.
4K, by the way, or 8K, whichever one.
That's only if Roman wins. So I'm just putting it out there.
Slap Rock for attacking Cody even after the camera stopped. I'm like,
yep. I went and smacked him. Anyway,
I would have kicked him in the what. Another time though.
Yep, I was gonna say something else. I'm like, nope, that's for another time. Well, but anyway, so yeah, thank you for everybody that watches. Let's get some comments next time because that's fun to bounce off comments. So yeah, for those that watch, and I know who watches, so let's leave some comments. It's fun. But anyway, I hope
we'll be laughing at some of them.
Well, of course,
especially if they're hilariously funny.
Of course. So anyway, I hope everybody has a good night and have a good weekend, everyone.
Night.